What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a match reaction. Um, Almost the last match reaction. We're getting close to the last match reaction of the season, and it's a good thing because I want to say it's unwatchable, but I think that's very obvious. It's not fun. I think nobody's looking forward to the weekend to watch us play because it's horrible. Like, it's horrible to watch. We drop more points, and now we are in big trouble. We are in massive trouble because the games coming up are tough. Cagliari away will not be a given. You know, they're fighting for their lives. They beat Atalanta, by the way. The Atalanta who smoked Liverpool just like Roma, Milan, Bologna. We have tough games coming up, and we struggle to pick up wins. We need wins. At this moment in time, like I said, these players, coaching, management, whatever, they need to start praying that Atalanta, Bologna, and Roma start losing games. Not drawing, losing games. Because we are in massive trouble. But before we get into it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and let's go. Okay, so 0-0. I want to start off first by saying that game should have been won in the first half. That's what I want to start off because Vlahovic, I'm still not sure how he missed that first one. I cannot believe it. But the moment Chiesa put that ball in, I had a feeling it's not going in, and I'm not sure how he hit the post. Like, I have absolutely no idea. Like, I rewatched it 1,000 times. I can still not understand how he missed that. That second one, fair, good save. It was between the legs. Unlucky, you know, Locatelli had a decent opportunity. And in the first half, we should have won the game, basically, because Torino were poor, you know, throughout 90 minutes. They have done absolutely nothing as well. So, should have won that game, you know. But these things happen, you know. It shouldn't happen. That Vlahovic should have been a goal, the first one. No excuses. You should be putting that away. But fine, it's 0-0, whatever. That second half, you know, it's disgusting. Like, it is disgusting. There are no other words to describe it. It is disgusting because it's a must-win game. The magnitude of the game, what it means, but just for the standings alone, forget about the magnitude of the game, the standings alone, and the game's coming up. It's a must-win game, and we show absolutely zero intent to go on, push on, and win that game. Absolutely nothing. Not one moment in that second half did I have a feeling, okay, we're stepping up. We're going to try to pin Torino back, and we're going to try to create some pressure. We had nothing. For 45 minutes, or was it 52 minutes in total, it was shambolic. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting because we created nothing. We struggled to move the ball in their opposition, in their own half, excuse me. We had nothing. Like, we have absolutely nothing. I'm not sure what that point was of that second half. And it happens so many times that we, even though the first half wasn't fantastic, but you had some sort of pressure, whatever you want to call it, in the second half, all of that gone. Nothing. We have absolutely nothing to show for it. It happens too many times. And this was a must-win game. And you play, like, even the subs, Gatti, Vlahovic walking off, Kostic walking off. There's no intent. There's no mindset to win that game. There's absolutely nothing. They're defeated, and they're going through the motion until the end of the season. It's unacceptable at all, from players to coaching, that you play like that in the second half. There's nothing. Like, there's no intent to win that game. We look garbage. In that second half, you know, and even that first half wasn't good, by the way, but there were chances, so you kind of by looked at it a little bit. But we were garbage in that second half. We had nothing. Again, we had absolutely nothing. And then the subs, Chiesa, he gets criticized for not playing well, playing his best football, gets subbed off. Why on earth do you sub off Chiesa? Why do you not play all three of them for once in your goddamn life? Play them. Play them. You need to win the game. Play all three of them. Make life difficult for Torino. Is that so much to ask? He makes like-for-like subs, and he expects a moment of brilliance. That's what he's expecting with these subs. He makes likes-for-like subs, and he hopes that a moment of brilliance, like Yildiz shot, wins you the game. He doesn't make changes to put Torino in trouble and say, you know what, I'm going to play all three of them. and I'm gonna move Yildiz a bit around, and I'm gonna interchange him with Chiesa, whatever. Let him drop deep, let him take over, and cause some issues, some trouble in that Torino backline, who were having they were playing with their feet up, watching the game, basically eating some popcorn. That's how they were playing that game in that second half. We did nothing. Again, like the mindset, the idea of football we tried to play, the no intent, the being happy with a point, it's disgusting, it's unacceptable, and it puts us in massive trouble. I didn't even look at the standings. By the way, Bologna are going to play Monza in, 50 minutes, and you need to pray that Monza gets something out of that game. You need to pray for that. That's the situation we're in. You need to absolutely hope that Bologna have an absolutely off day, because Bologna, we are 13 points ahead of Atalanta. We're sitting in fifth, and fifth place should be Champions League. We're 13 points ahead, but they have 2 games in hand, tomorrow and against Fiorentina. And let's say they win them, which I think they're gonna do. It's 7 points with 6 games left. Let that sink in. 7 points with 6 games left. That means 18. You need to get another 11 points, and we play Cagliari, Milan, Roma, Salernitana, Bologna, Monza. Where on earth are we going to get those 11 points? You need 4 wins, basically. Or 3 wins, 2 draws, whatever. Let's say you need 4 wins. How, who are we going to beat? We're not going to beat Cagliari. You might beat Salernitana because they're absolutely rubbish. And if you don't beat them, I'm not sure. But other than that, you need to start hoping the other 3 teams start dropping points, because it's not coming from us. We're not going to do it ourselves. That's been very clear today. And again, the first half, game should have been won purely based on Torino they were garbage as well. They were trash. They were not good whatsoever. The game should have been over. But fine, you didn't do that. In the second half, go again. Show us something. And we showed nothing. We showed the same thing we showed for the last, I don't know how many months. And even when we were winning games, when we took our chances and we called it a day, that's not happening now. We don't have another gear to go to. And that's it. We look flat. We look clueless. We look idealist. Some of these players are not good enough. I get that. But when you're not good enough to beat, they're good enough to beat Torino, Udinese, Empoli, Verona. Not all of them. It can happen you drop points. But if you start dropping points against all those teams, there is an issue. There is an issue. And I'm so happy it's almost over, because this is a very long season, and it's going to be an extremely long season from now until the end. If Bologna win, Roma win, and Atalanta win this weekend, it's going to be a stressful build-up to Cagliari, who are in good form, must win, and we always play garbage over there. Many top clubs go there and they struggle, win the game eventually, but they struggle. But we will not win games right now. And that's what I said a couple of weeks ago. We cannot win games. You want to. I have no idea how, but that's who we are now. That's who we are. So let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and I will see you guys. Ciao.